And hello there everybody, welcome back. Cerulikat here, and today we're doing something a little bit different. I am going to be doing a build of Super Imagination Fun Blocks, otherwise known as Lego. This video is in no way sponsored by them. I just really love Lego. It's something that I've built with and played with as a kid, and played with my brother, and had all sorts of original stories, or sometimes we tied in like X-Men and G.I. Joe, Hot Wheels, and a whole bunch of other crap from other toy franchises. And this was before like Lego started specializing in actually making like Ninja Turtles or X-Men or DC anything. We would just like get the closest looking colored character and just like label him as such. And that was it, you know. It's like mostly imagination. Now it's like all they do is just fill it in with these like customized playsets, which they look great. The sophistication of the build models has gone very far these days, and you know, kudos to kids, I guess, now that can have like the actual thing. But I think there was like a certain magic in just like getting a bunch of basic 4x2 blocks, building a spaceship out of it, and there you go, you know. You didn't have to actually have like the window and the cockpit and the wing looking thing. You just had the free-flowing building shape stuff. So I guess I kind of missed that, and I'm glad they still build, not build, but they offer like tubs of bricks to just like build whatever, make a house, make a skyscraper, make an entire city, which is what I enjoyed doing. We'd make like get the ground plates and actually like build cities out of it, and then like say, okay, your battle's happening here, here's the bank, here's downtown, here's a corporate tower, here's the jail. You know, it's like there was places for everything on this map, and it was totally awesome. I miss it so much. There was even a river in between it, and there was like little bridges you had to go over. Oh man. And it was just like a shared build between my brother and I, and we would make this, and every now and then I try to make like the USS Enterprise out of Lego to limited results, but it was fun to kind of fly that around and crash it and have it get battle damaged. It was a fantastic time. And I think there was like another thing we had was like kind of like a Mad Max kind of thing where we'd build like these customized before I even knew what Mad Max was, but they would like customized vehicles, just all different shapes and sizes, and they just drive out and go on adventures, and you know, the counters were cliffs, and the tables were landing pads of super bases, and the bed was like HQ because you could park stuff under it. Yeah, and it's just, I mean, that's like the beauty of the whole play model. It's a system that you can just make the thing. You can build the thing that the box was meant for, or you can just slap all the mishmash stuff together and just make custom stuff. And I think kids kind of still do that, and that, you know, awesome if they do. I'm hoping they do, really, because it's great to kind of just go outside the bounds of what it just says on the box and kind of just make whatever. Today's not going to be that kind of build, actually. Nowadays, I kind of buy them for the intended purpose of just building the item. And so today, what I got here is the actual one of the creator sets, and it's pretty big. I don't know if it's gonna fit. You see me? You still see me? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, it's a big boy. It's kind of hefty. It's gonna take me a while to do it, so I'm gonna kind of like fast forward through it, maybe dub over some music. It'll be fun. But yeah, I just wanted to bring one of my passions on here because, like I said, I really love Lego. They've been a great part of my life and childhood, and they still are to this day. Of course, to get the big ones now, you kind of have to fork over some serious dough. It's not cheap. So I don't get big sets very often. So I'm glad that we're making those, and I thought it looked really neat, so I grabbed it. And I love the new Star Wars ones. That's another new franchise that has really blown up because I think back in the past they had like the Death Star and the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter. Pretty cool sets. So stuff what I would loved as a kid. Probably would have never been able to afford it because I think like every birthday you got like one of the tiny $14 to $30 sets, and you pretty much had to make do with those. And that's why you had that tub of blocks because it's like you're gonna lose them as a kid. It's just gonna happen. So you can just make whatever, build it, what, and it's not a specific thing, and it doesn't cost as much, and you can use your imagination to make it whatever you want. And I think that's the magic of it all. But oh yeah, that's it. So without further ado, we're gonna get right to building this bad boy, and then at the end I will show you the finished product and give you kind of a turnaround and an open in and out. And you can see the coolness of a full Lego model. So here we go. So here we have is the Lego Creator Bank building with washateria on the side. Nice little architectural details that complement the entire structure as it sits. Nice and formal looking with the pillars. And you got a little park seat, lamp. There's the backside with the plugs to plug it into other architectural buildings, which is what they're meant for, so you can make a tiny little town diorama. And I think this is one of my favorite of the sets so far. And gonna take off the roof so you can get a better look. And at the bottom you can kind of see the little chandelier that hangs out that pretty much adds a little splash of class and style and luxury to the whole building itself. And it swings and turns. Looks pretty cool. I like it. And a little fence that kind of sticks out. And there is the top of the roof skylight, which I thought was a really beautiful touch. And kind of like that whole rusted copper color. And I was trying to get a better angle here so y'all could see inside, but I didn't realize, like, at some point. And hello, I am the banker. I am here to... Oh, I dropped you. Excuse me, I am a loan officer, and I hereby approve your high-interest loan. Money is happiness, and I can control that. And then you got the little clerk wacky dude that sits back there. You can't kind of see his face because the stairs are in the way, and I break the little coffee machine. Oops. But I fixed it. All is good. All is good. Back in business. Alright, so then you can take off the second floor to get a better look. See? Nice little coffee machine, little guy at his desk with a little lamp, and the other loan officer with a little portrait on the wall, and a little banker's lamp, and a parrot statue, or an eagle, I guess is what it's supposed to be. Nice little office, nice details. Balcony looks down on the lobby below. Pretty cool. Has a little fireplace on the side, of course, too. And the first floor, trying to get a nice grip. As you can see, is a little lobby with the bank teller inside. He's ready to deposit your money. And a little desk to write your checks on. Or deposit notes, and a little glass door that opens up all nice and fancy like. Cool little diagonal tiles on the inside and on the corner step there. And I was remarking how I like the little stained glass windows. Adds a little bit more touch of refinement to the whole architecture. And then the little cage at the top of the vault opens up, because the whole idea is that this thing has a second method. You can play cops and robbers, and you can check out in there. Fantastic, y'all. Where all the money's stored. And the vault door actually locks by turning it. You see it opens up. All deposits closed for the day at 5 p.m. And then you lock that down. You see the little laundromat with the little Tide bleach bottle. Kind of got a glimpse, little orange thing with the blue cap. And they call it the soap and suds. There's a little washing machine and pair of pants to kind of give you an idea of what they do. And you can also see the cool little glass windows in the front as well for the bank. Very ornate. And the idea is that they come in through the chimney. The little piece actually slides open there, see? So they can climb out, go in there, open the little safe deposit boxes on the opposite window from the thing. And she, by day, is a tourist. And then you take away her wig, I guess, and camera, and you pull off their heads as it rolls away. Oh. And you put on a little bandit mask. So, which I think is also a little ninja mask for other sets, but in this case, it's a little robber mask for anonymity as they sneak inside, as if no one would recognize you in your bright pink shirt. So, I'm trying to get that squared away here. Ta-da! See? Little robber. And then a little rope over here you put to attach to the feet. And I was going to put this back on. And I was like, oops. Need to close the vault cage, dummy. I was like, what? Why is it not working? Why is it not working? Why? Like, oh, There we go. All right. So yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of nice details on it. I totally love the little drawers in the offices actually open and close. All the little doors open. You can put little coins into the laundromat, and here I'm an idiot again, where I forget to put the roof on correctly. Yeah, you got it wrong. Dunk. Don't worry, I'll get this straightened away. But anyways, what I was saying is that they even have like a little dollar bill that you can put in through one of the laundromats, and it slides in through the front, and it goes into one of the safe deposit boxes. And I was like, oh, that's funny, laundering money. So, it's a clever little touch. I loved it. And, oh, man. So here, yeah, you put the rope on the bottom, and you attach it to the little person, and you just lower them carefully down the chimney. And they slide all the way down to the little opening door, and I was like, uh-oh, she's stuck, I can't get it out. No. Oh, okay, we're cool. And everything's good and fine. But yeah, then you see it goes down the chimney and comes out for a heist. Pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I love the little intricate details of these Lego sets, and there she is with her little, I just won $500 sweepstakes check thing, whatever, I don't know. But yeah, nice little touches. Cranbersher can keep his tiny hinges. For me, it's tiny little Lego bits that replicate life on a Lego scale. And in case you're wondering who or what a Cranbersher is, you can check him out. He's a really cool stop motion animator. He's made some things for some YouTubers you may have heard about. But he has some cool personal work. He's got a nice hard worker work ethic. And that is it. That is the bank, and I hope you enjoyed that. Ta-da! I'll put a link in the description below if you want to find out more. But yeah, cool building. I really like these pieces. It was the challenge of a few things is when you're building it, it's kind of like a notice the difference puzzle. Because when you go from one step to the next, you're like, did I put every tiny piece? They try to put as few pieces as possible, so it's easy to follow along, especially in a build as complex as that. Because it happened to me a few times where either I forgot to put a piece, and then a later step I'd be like, when did they put that in there? Wait, hold on, and flip. Like, what? Oh, well, shit, And then you go in there, add the tiny block, and it's usually a tiny ass block that you didn't miss. You try to get it all, but yeah, you're just, unless you're really slow about it. And I kind of wanted to take my time with it, but at the same time, I didn't want to let the recording go on too long, because I try to break it up into pieces so I can flesh it out in that fashion. But no, it every now and then I would go back, and even toward the end, at the very end when I was all done building, I was looking through all the extras, and I was like, wait a minute, you're too damn big to be an extra. I was like, so I had to go flip through the page, and sure enough, it was a piece that I forgot to put on the roof tile. And yeah, so you got to know this difference, and if it's not something that I forgot to put in one puzzle placement, I would orient it wrong, so I had to break it apart, shift the piece around, and then put it all back in there, and boom, everything was great. And the other thing is that sometimes, you got a big old picture on the box of what this thing's going to look like, but in certain instances, they don't tell you where they're going with the build. They'll just just start putting these things together, and you're like, what the hell am I doing? I don't know what the hell this is. And of course, towards the end, everything makes sense, and it looks great, and you're like, oh wow, this is genius. I would have never thought to do that. So yeah, it's awesome. I can't imagine the actual Lego creators who make these things to actually, I guess, log their steps, how they did it. I don't know. I kept thinking about that the whole time, because these things got to come from somewhere, and I feel like they got Lego master builders in a room, and they're like, here's, you have access to the entire Lego piece repository. Go nuts, just build something awesome. Keep track of what you're doing, Or maybe they just build it all. Like they don't even like keep consciousness of what they're doing, just build, and then they reverse engineer it. You know, they just take it apart and keep log. Like, okay, this is a step, this is a step. These how many pieces we're gonna need, etc. And I think that's why it takes so long between these structures for them to come out. But yeah, I mean it's totally awesome. It's like just a miniature model of snap together pieces, and I totally love it. I've always this is like something I've always dreamt of as a kid, to like make these elaborate, gigantic structures. I kind of wish that uh, back when I was more into Harry Potter and perhaps had more money, I would have gotten some of the Lego Harry Potter sets, because those were pretty awesome looking. I look back at the catalog and I was like, oh man, those look amazing. And pieces of this kind of reminded me of the Goblin Bank. With the lobby, and I was just like, man, if I had some of the Lego dudes, I'd totally like just, you know, put them in there and just pretend it's part of, you know, Diagon Alley. But oh well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose when it comes to availability on those things, because these are limited time pieces, sets. If any of you are really into Lego or know anything about it, it's like they only keep them out for so long, and if you try to go back to look for the older sets, forget it. I mean, unless you got a lot of scratch on you, because holy crap, they're super expensive by the time you go back to look for them years down the line, because they're discontinued and the value goes up. So forget it. Unless that's your thing, then I can't really say anything to it. But you know, kudos to you if you can nab it. But that's not something I'm aiming to do. I don't need a set that much. So I mean, unless it was like super, I think the only one that I probably would have wished I could have got would have been the Venator class Star Destroyer from the Clone Wars. I always liked the look of those things, and especially since it has red color on it instead of just your regular gray Doritos that they have in the original trilogy for Star Wars. But yeah, but that's pretty much all I really wanted to get out there and talk to you about. It, I enjoyed a lot of what we the struggle was pretty intense. It didn't seem like it, but oh man, that was a marathon of a build. I especially when you're keeping track of the actual steps you're doing, because when you build these just for fun, and you're not gonna bother doing any sort of like let's build about it, it's time escapes you and you're just like doot doot doot, taking your time, blah blah blah. But for me, I was just like, okay, gotta keep moving, and I kept pushing myself. I'm especially toward the end. I think I did like the last 4 recordings all in a row, and it was like, oh, I'm done, that's it, no more. I just wanted to knock it out because I don't want to take too long on it, and I think that's part of the reason why I didn't I kept putting it off, because that thing's actually been sitting in my closet for a little over a month now. I've been meaning to build it for so long, but I wanted to do recording of it, but I thought, it's like, oh my god, that's going to take so much work, and but it was totally worth it. I'm glad I finally finished it and that I actually got to make a video from it. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. It was a great time. It's a lot of fun. Nice to have a new set to have completed. If you liked it, just hit that like button on the video. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.